Hi. Yeah, I can hear you very well.
Okay, perfect. Welcome and thank you so much everyone for joining us. I'll quickly introduce our guest for today. So we have Sanjay with us, who's a MCom from Osmania University with a master's in finance. He is a CFA, CMT, and a Loma certified, and he has an experience of more than 10 years in the capital markets. And so, Mr. Ved, prior to joining Asama Securities Private Limited, worked with CSC, an American multinational corporation. So, welcome to Dhan's webinar, and thank you so much for doing this for us today, Sanjay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So, folks, just a bit of housekeeping before we get started. So, once we are done with the webinar, we'll open the floor for Q&A. So, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the Q&A section that we have, or you can even put it down in the chat, and we'll make sure we answer all your queries. Over to you, Sanjay.
Thank you very much, and thank you to entire Dhan team. And very happy to have Dhan users on the platform. So I'll go ahead and share the screen, and then we'll talk about the topic today. Probably I need to have rights for sharing my screen.
Yeah, just a moment, I'll do that. Can you do it now?
Yeah, thank you.
Over to you.
So once again, welcome everybody. I'm very happy to have this session. So first, I like to talk about what we do at Modern Algos. I'll not take more time, only a minute. So we at Modern Algos have developed various products into all the segments covering from equity till options. And everything is rule-based and algorithm and AI-driven. There is no human intervention behind any of our product. So now let me dive directly into the products. And first, we'll talk about how you can register at Modern Algo. That is very simple. You'll have to simply click on login and you'll have your Done logo here. Just use your Done credentials. Okay, let me enter password. So once we have a success from Done API, then you'll come to our product page. So this is how our product page looks. Now, before I go into the products covering algo trading and options, I would like to present few questions which normally we face from the users when we interact with the option traders. So here you have everything what you need as an option trader. So let me just pull this up for you guys. So I have categorized these 7 questions. So I'll go one by one. See, all of the guys who are trading into option segment, they'll be very familiar about option chain. But how do you interpret option chain? What inferences you can get out of option chain and how simply it can be presented to you? That solution we have done at the Modern Algos. Now let's see how our option chain analytics looks like. So many of you must have seen option chain on NSE site where you get all the data, but it becomes very difficult for you to analyze in the real time. So we have solved this problem. And then when you come to Modern Algos, you have to simply click on options. Once you click on option, you have option chain analytics. When you land on the option chain at Modern Algos, you will have one graphical presentation which will tell you clearly what is happening between the benchmark and the symbol where you want to enter into the market. So let's say you've selected that you want to do something in the Bank Nifty, or you have inclination to do option trading in Bank Nifty. So the first and important thing for any option trader to find what is the trend in the symbol where I want to enter into any kind of strategy or any kind of trade. Let's say the trend is upside. Now, how are we finding the trend upside, downside, or neutral on Modern Algos? We have various algorithms which is running in our backend, and based on the option chain data, Every 10 minutes we are scanning and we are populating this trend analyzer on top of the page. And there is no technical indicator which is used for this particular analysis. Now, let me explain what you can refer from option chain analytics at modern algos. The first thing which is very important, that you need to see what kind of movement is happening between the bank nifty and nifty, because when you create any combination, you have to be sure that your symbol is also trending with the benchmark. Otherwise, if there are any convergence, then the study what you are doing may not result in the same profitability which you thought of. So here you can simply have a graphical comparison between Nifty and Bank Nifty. And if you want to do any stock specific comparison, simply select stock and you can select your choice of stock or your selected stock from this drop down, and the comparison can be done. So let us see Reliance. So here you can see simply that Reliance was moving in sideways and the Nifty was trending upside. So definitely Reliance is not moving in tandem with Nifty. So there's no point creating a bullish strategy in Reliance for today. This is only today's analysis. Now let's say this is a secondary thing. First, you want to find out how you can locate support and resistance using option chain analytics at modern algo. So if you just drag down, here you clearly have the option chain, the ATMs, OTMs, and ITMs all are populated on a single page. And for each strike, you have a clear interpretation. Now, let's say the ATM was 2500. And on the put side, you see the maximum writing or maximum liquidation was happening at 2400 strike price. That means 2400 is acting as a support zone. Now you need to find out where would be the resistance. So if you see the maximum long buildup was happening at 2600, meaning the Reliance is going to be in a very range bound market between 2400 to 2600. This is to understand what kind of trend or what kind of range a particular symbol can have, because that is very important whether you do a naked call or whether you create any strategy in a particular symbol. And based on the option chain data, so the larger supported resistance you can identify by the OI and volume move on a single page very clearly. But then if you want to create an intraday strategy, or if you want to create a short-term strategy, for that you can see we are populating at expected range. So this range will tell you what could be the expected range for today, depending upon today's option chain moment. Option chain moment in the sense OI, volume, IVs, all of them are considered, and based on that we are populating here expected range. Now let's say you are able to analyze everything, but you are understanding the data very clearly, but you don't know what kind of strategy or what is the right strategy which you would like to enter into, depending upon these option data moment. For that also we have solved your problem based on the OI data and volume data and the algorithm what are running in the back end. The recommended strategies are also getting populated directly on this page. So we are recommending either you can enter a naked PE, you can do a bear put, or you can do a short strangle. Depending upon your objective, your margin, you can select any of these and then enter into the market. Now, how that could happen, you can simply click here. Once you click here, you have two buttons. Either you can push your order manually, or you can analyze and auto trade. Analyze and auto trade, I'll be covering a bit later. So the next question would be that I don't want to do any analysis. I don't have time to do all of that thing. And I have a free time between, let's say, 12 to 2 o'clock or any time as per your comfort, let's say 11 to 3 o'clock. And when you log in at 11 o'clock, the market has already run up for 1.5 hours and you don't know what you need, what you like to enter into. That also we have solved for you guys, that when you come to modern algos and just click on the product page, you will have algo trading. When you click on algo trading, you have spread strategies. So spread strategies are time-based algo strategy with probability of success greater than 65%. So when you click on spread strategies, it will display all index and stock specific combinations which are filtered through modern algorithm and are populated here. The minimum risk reward will be 2:1. Like minimum, if you are betting, if you are taking a risk of 1,000 rupees, the minimum reward should be 2,000 rupees. And then these strategies are scanned every 10 minutes. It's not that a strategy will populate in the morning and they will remain same for the entire day. No, it catches the market move, it catches all the OI, volume, IV changes, everything it will capture. And then whenever you come to this platform, you will see that, okay, these are the strategies which are available for me to enter into right now. And they are scanned every 10 minutes. Now, there may be questions that, okay, these are the strategy. How do I know their accuracy? How do I enter into? For that also, we have solved all of those issues. You can simply save. Once you save, it will move to our paper trading. And from there, you can track it. Paper trading, I will cover at the last when we go to trader dashboard. If you want, you can analyze from here. And if you want, you can also send the order here. Okay. These are the two important points what we have covered. Now, um, how do I find various default strategies? Like there are 10, 12 very popular strategies and options. And then how do I automate my trading? So that is a very frequent questions what we have received from our users. So what we have done, we have categorized into four different category, and we have listed four different products, which I will cover one by one. And I like to be keep it very simple. Again, you need to go to the home page, click on Algo Trading. In Algo Trading, I've just took you guys on the spread strategies. Now we'll talk about other four products what we have. One is trailing target, one is adjustment, and third is adjustment shift, and fourth is scalping. Now let us go one by one, and I'll spend 2 minutes on each of these product. So it's whatever strategy you want to enter into the market, you like to have your target, stop loss, trailing target, trailing stop loss, everything defined before you want to enter into that strategy. Okay. So here, let's say you are familiar with option default strategies, assuming that you have been to doing option trading and you understand all of those default strategies. And now let's say you want to create a bull call spread. So today, if you see Nifty is giving a breakout. Like in last 3 days, we have seen the Nifty has gone past their very important resistance, and now you want to create a bullish strategy. So that you can simply click on bull call spread. Once you click on bull call spread, the strike prices will automatically get populated here. And the strike selection is also happening depending upon the volatility and the standard deviation move. It is not that it will happen every time at the 250-point difference between ATM and OTM. It always takes into consideration what kind of volatility this particular symbol is having, be it Nifty or any other symbol. Based on that, the strike selection will happen. But then also, if you have something in your mind and you want to change the strikes, you can simply click on this option based on ATM, OTM, ITM, and this column will enable for you. Here you can plus minus and you can change your strike selections. Now you are okay with the strike selections and you want to enter into this strategy, but you say that I will enter into this strategy only if the premium goes below 4,000. That also you can define here. And you can say that this strategy, I want to do it only for positional basis, that you can select on the top, and you can say do it only on Thursday or do it only on Wednesday, or you can select multiple dates also. So the date you can define, where you want to enter, you can define. The strike selection will automatically happen for you, and the periodicity also you can define advance before you enter into the market. Now let us say you have your set parameters that, okay, once I enter in the bull call, I will have leg wise target. So you can select leg wise target here, and you can define, okay, I'm entering at 135. So for this leg, I have a target of 200 and I have a stop loss of 80. And every 30 points, it should trail by 10 points. Same way you can define for your sell position also. And if you want to square off entire strategy once a particular leg target is achieved, all right? So for that, you can say, okay, I will like to continue in the bull call spread and I would like to only book 100 points profit. So once it moves to 235 because you entered at 135, and if it goes below 75, any of these parameters are matched, then in entire strategy should be squared off. So all of these combination you can define here in advance. And if you go down for entry for the order parameters, also you have your market. Either you can push everything in the market order. If you want to limit your entry, you can also put limit, and then you can define the what kind of buffer you want to give in the percentage, what kind of buffer you want to give in terms of seconds. Like many of the users, they will feel okay if the breakout is happening, I would give 60 seconds or 90 seconds gap before I enter into the market. So those all of that you can define here. And apart from that, to manage your entire strategy, what differently we have done is that you can enter that, okay, on top you have given your target and stop loss for your strategy. But at the same time, you want to say that, okay, if my profit reaches to 6,000 rupees, then I want to lock and trail my position. So how you can do it, say you say that, okay, 6,000 is my overall target in the strategy. But many a times as a trader, we have seen that whatever target you have, market would go near to that and then immediately it tries to revert. Because somewhere, whatever targets we think it'll match between one standard deviation move or some kind of resistance would be there, because these strategy will be entered when the resistance breakout happens. So now you want to protect yourself that if I'm in profit, I would like to get something back home. How you can do it? So you can say I have a 6,000 overall profit in my mind, but if my profit reaches to 4,500, lock it to 2,000 rupees, and every 1,000 rupees trail it by 500 rupees. What I mean by that, that first when your target reaches to 4,500, system would lock and you will not lose in this position. Once your M2M goes to 2,000 profit, it will square off. And you also have a trailing ability here that if from 6,000, if your profit goes to 7,000, then 500 points will be added to your profit and your profit will be trailing by 500 rupees. So if your position is moving into a direction and the market is having great momentum, you will be able to take more profit from your trade. So these features and these options will enable you to define everything in advance, and then you can leave it to the market, because these things manually tracking, adjusting will not be possible for a live trading, because I've been trading into market from last 15 years, and this is where we tend to lose out more of our money. Even if I make 4 trades profitable in 5 trades, the one trade which I'm making losses, and if I don't control it by the system, then my all 4 profits also can go into that one loss. So I think every trader would experience this in their lifetime. Now this is about trailing stop loss and target. Now let us cover that you know that you are doing analysis yourself and you think that market is having a right trend, or how you can ride the trend, or how you can change your position depending upon the market move. So that you can do it from adjustment switch. Now there are all the default strategy. You can pick any of those. I already have covered. Now let me just only specifically look into how we can um, change our position depending upon the market move. So I'll simply cover a very simple example. Let's say naked call long. All right. So today, I think market has given upside breakout. Now, I think that today is the resistance breakout. The market, if continues to trend, I'm having a target of 17,000 or 17,100 in my mind. Once market touches that resistance, I would like to close my long position call option, and I would like to enter at that point in time the running P, I mean ATM P. So these things you won't be able to track it yourself. Even if you want to track it, the kind of impact cost or the kind of execution slippages will come will be like it can make a difference of 8 to 10% in your overall profit. Now, how we can do it? So you entered 16,700 PE here. Now you say I want to switch this position. And here you can give your target, let's say 17,000, meaning 300 points up. Let's say if it goes to 350 rupees and my stop loss is 35. Once it touches your 350 target, then exit my call option. So here you have 350 target we have given, and once you click on switch, it will populate the strike for you at the bottom of the page, which you can select what you want to do. Meaning here the switch will happen based on your target and stop loss. Let's say, let's take another example. If you enter a bull call spread, okay, and you see that, okay, market is moving in your favor, so you would like to hold on to 16,700 position, which is making you a lot of profit. But this sell position which you have entered into to hedge your position, you would like to shift it to the upper side so that you'll be able to take out more theta in the higher OTMs. So how that would happen, that if you say, okay, 16,950, I like to do switch, and you define your, let's say, stop loss and target. So here you say, okay, my target is 60 points and stop loss is 30 points. If your stop loss is triggering, then you will say, I will shift to higher strike. So what will happen? It will exit your 16,950 strike of call sell, and it will enter the higher OTM. So in that case, what will happen, that you will be able to take more premium into a hand. At the same time, your 16,700 call option what you have bought, that will continue in profitability. So that is how you can manage your strategy using the switch functionality. So this will be very helpful if you want to ride a trend, at the same time you want to shift your OTM position to the different market, in the different market scenario. Now let us see how you can switch depending upon the market future points move. What I mean to say, that if the Nifty moves up by these many points, then automatically switch my position. So here, let us take a naked call long. So now you say that I want to switch this, I want to shift this position. When you want to shift this position, so for that you will come down. Here you can say, okay, 16,700 is the breakout point. Once the market goes to 17,000, I think from there market may retrace a bit. So you can say that, okay, if the market moves up by 300 points, then sell this leg. All right. And if you say, okay, if the market moves, if suppose market doesn't move to 17,000, market starts going below 16,500, then you can say, if the market goes down by 200 points, in the both the scenario, enter into P. So what will happen once you enter at 16,700 call option, and if the market has gone up by 300 points, that means market has 17,000. At that time, you are exiting your existing leg and you are entering at ATM put option, because you are thinking that from there market may retrace. That you can do if you are a profitable, if you are into the profit zone. But if the market goes down and market moves down by 200 points, then you think, okay, the market is going to further go down, because it has again, it tried to touch the resistance, but it could not sustain. Now market is again going down, so I would like to enter into P. So this is basically, to put it in a simple way, that you have that market has a range of 16,500 to 17,000. Today market has come to 16,700, which is confirming that market is giving a resistance breakout. So you want to make your trade in such a way that if the market goes up, then till 17,000 you will be able to make profit in C, and after that you, as per your analysis, you think the market may retrace from 17,000. So as soon as the 17,000 market touching, then immediately what will happen, it will exit your put call option, it will enter the ATM P at that point in time. This is for your profit zone. If the market goes against you, then also you can shift it to entering into P. So here, in the both the cases, you can manage your position. So when you enter into a position, you can define all of these. When you define everything in advance, there are high chances that you'll be able to make more profit, or you'll be able to manage your position in a very efficient way. The last option what we have, that is purely for the jobbers and purely for the guys who would like to trade only consolidation pattern. Here it is a scalping where you can define your scalping logic based on future point and delta change. How you can do that? That okay, you think that market is going to be within 200 points for the today, or it will be within 100 points. So you can say if the market moves in 30 points, if the market goes up by 30 points, buy ATM call option. You can define your quantity here, and then you can give each leg wise premium target here. Let's say 20 rupees and 10 rupees. So what will happen if Nifty is moving from 16,700 to 16,730? One call option will be bought. If it moves to 16,760, another leg will be added. That will depend upon how many number of times you enter here. Let's say you enter 3 times. So each of leg will be added. Each of leg will be managed by your point stop loss and point target. And then you can define your overall target stop loss parameter also here. So this is purely for the users who try to trade in a consolidation pattern. Like what I've shown in the Reliance today, that Reliance was clearly showing a consolidation pattern. By looking at the OI data also, you can find out, okay, Reliance is going to be within a very tight range. So you, if any stock which is going to be in tight range, you can define your jobbing parameter for the day, and also you can just say that okay, overall profit is 5,000 and I want to put my stop loss at 2,000. So if the consolidation is getting unwind and you are the mark, if that particular symbol is picking a trend, then also you'll be protected with your maximum loss parameter what you enter here. And believe me, this is a very powerful tool, and many users are using it and they are really getting benefited out of it. But for that you need to understand that you need to find a trend into a particular symbol. So for trend identification, we have given option chain analytics. So based on your choice of symbol, like everyone has their own choices in terms of in which stocks or in which index they want to trade. They can simply select that particular option. They'll be able to find the trend, and if they think that okay, the market is going to be in a range, then definitely they can come to scalping. They can define everything and everything will be automated. Now let's say I have submitted this strategy. So once I click on submit, okay, I have to select the, okay, I want to do it for intraday, and I say I submit. So once you click on submit, it will take you to our auto trade page where you can see all of your auto saved strategies, because at the time of entry you had something in your mind. Now you want to modify any of the parameter what you have entered at the time of entry. So you can simply click on our trader dashboard. Here you'll have all the auto strategies, and it didn't get saved. Let me check one second. Maybe because of the market hours closing. All right. So once you save your strategy, it should populate in auto strategy page. Let me just try it again. So I've given 50 points up, and I say the quantity is 50, and every 30 points I like to exit, and my stop loss is 15 points. Overall profit is, let's say, 7,500, and it is 2,500. And I click on submit. All right. The message was given here. I could not read it. So the auto trade will only be allowed between 9:15 and 3, because we have to track with the market. So once you save any of these strategies, it will come here in our auto strategy page. And from here, you'll have various option: edit, stop or start. Once you click on edit, you will be able to, update any of the parameter what you have entered. So you can try it out in the market hours tomorrow. And if there are any questions, you can come back to us. So now the third questions what we're going into, like how I can find a default strategy and how I can find the strike selection for the default strategies, that is getting solved at Modern Algos. You are getting your default strategy, and you are also getting your strike selection automatically populated. And then if you want to automate, whether you want to automate based on your trailing stop loss, trailing target, trail target, and trail profit, you want to switch depending upon target and stop loss execution, you want to shift depending upon the future price movement. And if the consolidation is there, which you have identified through the symbol analysis in option chain analytics, that also you can use it in the scalping method. And you should be able to do your jobbing and what do you say, scalping very effectively by using the scalping option. Now, these are the options you can say probably for the users who are very familiar about the option trading or they understand the option strategies. Now, let us say that you are not very familiar and you are new to the option trading, you are learning yourself, and you want to find out where the market neutral strategies, where the directional strategies, how do I find the market neutral strategy. So for that also, you can simply come to our option product. Here you have all the required details for you. If you click on scanner wizard, here you have all the market neutral and market directional strategies. So if you see Condor, butterfly, bull and bear spread. Now, what different or how differently we are doing at modern algos. So any of the strategy which is getting populated here are being live tested in historical data and also deployed in the live market. Once they are successfully getting executed and we are able to make some profit, then only they are going to be populated here. If anybody would like to have those data, I'll be happy to share. So if I talk about Condor, it's a purely market neutral strategy, butterfly market neutral strategy, bull and bear spread market neutral strategy. So today, as per our algorithm, as per our profitability and the other parameter what we have, there was no opportunity which was populated in index at 310. It will also get updated every 10 minutes, which we have written here. But if you see at the market closing, was there any opportunity in the stocks? You click on stocks. Yes, there was an opportunity in Adani Enterprise. Now, Adani Enterprise, it is showing that it is a market neutral strategy. That means Adani Enterprise doesn't have a trend. How you can find out? If you can simply go and see Adani Enterprise daily movement, you will be able to see very easily whether Adani Enterprise is having a momentum or not. So if you see the market is getting consolidated at a higher range, that means market, though the Nifty moved very higher, but today if you see the movement of Adani Enterprise is a high beta stock, but it did not move much in conjunction with the Nifty. So that is the reason the market neutral strategy is populated on modern algos. And if you like to see in butterfly, there was no index. I mean, there was no opportunity in index as well as in stocks. If you go to bull and bear spread, there were so many combinations which were available because there were directional breakout in few of the stocks. And here you will have all the details in front of you. What is the max PL, what is the max loss, and what is the RR ratio, all of that you can see. And now let me take you to our very powerful tool, which we call it Option Strategy Builder. So before that, I would like to showcase that what all strategies, how you can automate trades, so that you'll be very familiar for those, you can say the tool of option trading. Now, if you click on option analyze, it will take you to our option strategy builder page. Here, once you define any of your strategy, you can either analyze any of the most modern algo strategy, clicking analyze button. And if you are yourself acquainted to design and create your own strategy, which you can very well clear, let's say, I want to create my own strategy. So let's click on reset. Now you say, okay, Nifty is having a breakout. I would like to enter a Nifty bull call spread. So once you click on Nifty, it will populate what is the trend of Nifty. It will populate all the data which are required by an option trader in terms of spot price, max pain, PCR, everything will be populated here. And then you say, okay, I would like to create a strategy where I want to hedge my position. I don't want to be naked in the position. So 16,700 ATM will be populated automatically. It will also display what are the OI changes. And if you want, you can also check the spread chart by clicking on this particular icon. Now, let's say you want to add a leg here. And you say, okay, I think the 17,000 should be acting as a resistance. So I would like to see if I click on, if I sell 17,000 call option, then 5,258 what premium you are supposed to pay. So you like to analyze this strategy. So click on the analyze button. Once you click on analyze button, at the bottom of the page, you will have the detailed payoff chart with the standard deviation population, because standard deviation range is very, very important when even you are a beginner or an advanced trader, you should always ensure that the strategy which you are entering into are lying between the two standard deviation range or not. You should never be out of the range, because if you are out of the range, when the theta decay will happen, your premium will go for a toss, and you will see that the profit what we're seeing today, and suddenly everything vanished because you are out of the range. So that is very, very important. So here we are populating one standard deviation, two standard deviation, all of details populated here with the graph. You can easily understand what is the payoff chart, and on the left hand side, you will see what is the margin required, what is risk reward ratio, and what is the break even points, max profit, max loss. Now let's say, okay, you said, okay, 1.85 the risk reward, but I like to see that my risk reward should be minimum 2.5%. So how do I do it? So you can simply just check, okay, if I sell lesser OTM strike price, what will happen? See, your risk reward is getting decreased. So these combinations you can check yourself here. If you go higher, what will happen to your risk reward? It is moving. So these are the options which will help you to find, locate your own strategy, try to select the different strike prices, and then you can automate your strategy. Now there are two different options. You have finalized your strategy and you want to enter into the market. But if you do not know that what strategy I should build in, we have given here three different directions. These are the three directions which normally market will have, either upside, neutral, or downside. So if you want to, you yourself have a bias that Nifty is going to have upside move, you can click on upside. If you think the Nifty is going to have downside move, you click on downside. Downside specific strategies will be populated here. Anything you can select. If you select bear put, all the data will get populated. And now if you want to automate, click on auto trade. Here, the combination which I've explained you earlier, this is also based on the user feedback that when I want to create my option strategy, I would like to have switch parameters, shift parameters, scalping parameter, everything on a single page. So we have combined all of that for your option strategy, what you're building yourself. Here, as I explained in the auto trade pages, where you have all of these options, so you can define all of your criteria here for your strategy, which you have selected on the option strategy builder page, and then you can simply save it for your tracking and execution in the market. But at the same time, if you don't want to give any automatic parameter, you can simply click on manual order. Once you click on the manual order, the trade window will open. From there, you can simply push to the market. And if you want to automate any of these criteria, what we have just covered in algo trading, definitely you can mention everything and you can enter into. I understand these are many options here, but I tell you that we have tried to keep everything on a single page so that you'll be able to find out all the options very easily. And on all of these options, we have given info icons which you can read and understand. And within a week's time, we will put our videos for all of these options, how you can use those and what are the benefits of various options. So those videos link will also come on these pages, which will help you to understand. And after that also, if you have any question, you can come to our support desk. We have WhatsApp support and dashboard support. Now there are two more things which I like to cover before I conclude. So we have covered market neutral strategy, directional strategy, how you can build your own strategy and automate it. And then if you need to find out that what are the various combinations based on your target points, what you have based on analysis. What I mean by that, let's say you say that, okay, in Nifty, you think that Nifty is going to expire between 17,100 or 17,200 in this monthly expiry. So you can simply say Nifty, you can say about 17,000 you are thinking in this expiry and click on submit. Or you can say 16,800 because 17,000 combination will be higher. So once you put your target point here, 17,000 white was not showing because it was not matching our risk reward ratio. So we have a predefined risk reward ratio that if you want to enter into the market, you should be able to then OTM premiums may be having more theta value. So that is the reason those are not displayed here. So you can define your target here. Based on that, the combination will be shown here, and you can choose any of these options. You can analyze. Once you click on analyze, as I told you, it will again take you back with all the pre-populated data on our option strategy builder page. Lastly, you can say that, okay, I would like to have only breakout strategy where there is a technical breakout, and based on the technical breakout, I would like to take a strategy. I don't want to simply take a default strategy or create my own strategy. I would like to trade only those strategy where I see a technical breakout. And for that, we have created our breakout option strategies page, that is strategy picks. When you click on strategy picks, only based on technical breakouts, support resistance analysis, the strategy will be listed here, and you can check all of the history, what strategy came here and what happened through our historical performance tab. You once you click on that, detailed Excel will get downloaded, which you can see yourself. And then if you want to see that, okay, this is already profit booked and what happened into Cipla bull call spread. So this was entered on 21st, it was published, and right now it is running into 2307 loss, but the max profit was 8320 and max loss was 4680. So all of those data you can see here. So these are the strategy which will get populated only based on the technical breakouts. So today we had a topic to cover only options and algo trading. Though at Modern Algos, you have various other products where you can explore about equity, where you have various products covering from short-term momentum calls, model portfolio, theme portfolio. You can create algo portfolio. You also have intraday picks at Modern Algos, where you have various options in terms of equity intraday calls, future intraday calls, option intraday calls. So these are purely based on system and models which are created only for intraday based on target and stop loss. So each of these signal will have a specific target and stop loss. You also have various combination for mutual fund. So which probably I'll speak to the Dhan team if we get a chance to again meet up. We will cover other products in detail. So I think I covered the points which I would like to, I actually wanted to cover for this webinar. Now, if there are any questions, we can go through those questions.
Thanks, Sanjay. That was quite insightful. So we do have some questions. Let me just read it out one by one.
Sure.
Oh, okay, I think. Okay, folks, can you just send in your questions? I think there's some technical issue.
I can read those questions. So I have those open in front of me. Mr. Rahul has mentioned, does it show estimate margin required while planning any option strategy? Yes, whenever you click on analyze button, I've shown on the payoff table. Let me go through that option so that it will be connected to your question. So once you click on strategy builder page, and wherever you have any strategy populated, when you click on analyze, it will take you to this page. And here on the top of the page, you have upfront margin and investment mentioned here. Upfront margin meaning many of, I don't know about done, but many broker allow hedge benefit at the time of sending the order, and others do not allow. So what we have given, we have given both the values here, that what is the upfront margin and what margin will be applied after the hedge benefit is given by the broker, or like from your Dhan RMS to your account. And the next question I have, can I get details in Hindi? Yes, we do have Hindi introduction video on our platform, which you can simply access from our Health Center. Once you go to platform videos, we have introduction of modern algos in Hindi also, but we do not have each product specific. But if you like to understand well in Hindi, you can just drop a message to our WhatsApp support desk, and we will call and explain you everything in Hindi. And the next point, what I have, this platform free or paid? This platform is very much what I say, it's like very well thought for the user that we have not kept it a very high level. If you see, our introductory plan is only 99 rupees per month. And if you want to use all our advanced feature, then 999 per month. Though we'll be having various offers with done, so those they'll be notifying you, and using dot coupon codes, you can use our services at a lesser price. Then your video hang. So I don't know, run past data like Hodian. I didn't understand this question. Mr. Rahul Singh, run past data like Odion. So I do not have clarity on this question. And then, sir, I'm asking about question for scalping section. I want trades based on sports charts instead of future price. Stochastic very nicely said. We are going to have a new option introduced to our scalping that is called reference point, where you can select based on index like Nifty and Bank Nifty. You can also select whether you want to check Nifty spot move or future move. So that option is going live on 30th of July. You can avail that option also. So this particular thing, I think many of the scalping users have requested, and that is the reason we are doing it. And I was also surprised that many of the people are still doing based on index spot price, because I thought the spot price will not be that important for scalping users, because I, as a trader, used to have the future, because future will have the time value factor also. But then also based on the user feedbacks, we are working on that, and that option will come up maximum by 30th of July. Is it algo trading available in the normal account? See, this is not algo trading. This is like input parameters, Mr. Rafael Majo, that you can see. We are trying to solve the problems which are faced by the traders, where if they are not in front of the screen, or if they are not in touch with the market, but they have an open position due to their busy schedule, they can't manage it. So that you can do it from modern algos. But on the other side, you are doing trading to the market, but you are not able to find the right strike selections. You don't know what decision you should make. So at modern algos, what problems we are solving, that we are giving you all the informed decision with the analysis and with the automation. So as a user, if you explore modern algos for a week time, you'll able to find out, okay, I'm getting all the strategies. I can analyze those strategies before I want to enter into, and then I can automate it. So it will solve all the three issues which normally a retail trader or investor would have in the market. So that is our objective, Mr. Rafael. But thank you very much for your question. And Mr. Stochastic have one more question, that I want to take entry based on sport chart. I think I've already answered that. Sir, if I want to take entry based on sport chart of index, I want that if my condition match in sport chart, take automatically entry in option. Exactly, I'm saying that only. Then let's say, let's take an example that you say, okay, if the market goes to say 16,700 in spot, then enter into call buy. If Nifty spot goes to 16,900, exit call option. Or if it goes to 16,600, exit my call option. That is what basically you are saying, that we are going to bring to the platform by July 30th. And my backend is already ready. We are just working on the front end side. And then once 2 days of testing will go, and then it will go live on the platform. Once it is live, we will post on our social media channel, and we will also tag done. So you guys will be notified about it. इसकी दीपक सोनी का लिखना है कि इसकी रिकॉर्डिंग मिलेगी क्या, एक बार में पूरा नहीं समझ सकते. एब्सोल्युटली दीपक जी, आप प्लेटफॉर्म एक्सप्लोर कीजिए. एक्सप्लोर करने के बाद आपको कोई भी क्वेश्चन है, यू कैन पुट टू आवर सपोर्ट डेस्क. एंड डेफिनेटली धन, दे आई बिलीव दे विल, दे आर रिकॉर्डिंग दिस सेशन, सो they will definitely make this available for the users on their YouTube page. So we will get it confirmed by them. That is very much I can say on this.
Yes, we'll have the recording. It will be available on our YouTube channel.
All right, thank you, thank you. Then one more thing, we have the reading material or recording will help to understand the concept much better. Please do the needful support. Yes, as I said, we have info icons on all of the important features which we have on our platform, so you can read those things. And within like by 30th July, we have a deadline that we will put all the concerned videos and we will make all those things live on each of the page. And videos will be 2 to 3 minutes explaining in detail with an example that you should be able to understand. And after that, also, if you have any questions, we are always available on the WhatsApp. You can connect us and we will try and solve your issue. So I think we've covered all the questions also, what I can see here.
Thank you so much, Sanjay. So, folks, if you have any other questions, please feel free to drop in a mail at feedback@dhan.co, or you can also, connect with us directly on our community. We are very active there. So, if you have any feature requests or any doubts, we can get it resolved quickly for you. It's community.dhan.co.
And we are also actively watching everything on the community. If any question specifically comes to us, my support team will definitely address to that.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining in, everyone. You've been a great audience. Thank you, Sanjay.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Bye.